you guys are interested in the full extended version of this reading, you can join the membership on YouTube under the Empress and Crow tier, and or you can upgrade on Patreon under the Everything Empress tier. Okay, so let's go ahead and get messages, please, for Gemini. Messages for Gemini. I'm seeing 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. I'm hearing the word escalation. Something has escalated, okay? It's time for the percolator. I don't know why I'm getting that. All right. Messages, please, for Gemini. So you have the Five of Pentacles coming out in the reverse, okay? When I was getting ready for your reading, I was thinking about money. Fuck bitches, get money. And then I was thinking about YouTube and how I'm noticing, like, you know, which is usual, right? I'm noticing the same thing, but it's like I'm losing subscribers. And I know it's due to the fact that I'm not open like I used to be, right? Gemini energy, very social, very open. It also brings me back to the reading I did some time ago where I was like, they're mad that you have very limited, or you're very limited with your words these days. And that's definitely a little shocking for a Gemini. Very social, very open, very extroverted energy. And it's just, you know, like I said, you're not in that space. It's like the math isn't mathing. Some of you may have like Scorpio placements, Taurus-y placements here, or this literally is just talking about your mind, your mental, okay, your communication or the lack thereof at this time here. Let's see. All right, you have the Page of Swords, which is about curiosity, and then look, Eight of Swords, that escalated real quick. Hold on, get this together. That escalated real quick, and it's like a whole stack came out. And it's like Knight of Cups reversed with this Queen of Wands, right? So, you know, some of you may have fire elements here as well. Could be Mars placement, or you're allowing, it's like your mind and your actions are in alignment. Usually that's not the case for Gemini energy. Because, you know, Geminis are all over. I have my sun is in Gemini, or it was. I progressed into a Cancer sign, but my Mercury is still in Gemini. All right, it's still up in there, okay? But it's just an energy where you're not accepting anything, you know. You're not accepting just anything, but you're not accepting anything, if that means, you know what I mean. Like, you're not accepting nothing. All right, so it's a whole stack coming out here, and it's just, this is an energy here where it's like, this could also be, I don't know, I heard that, reach for the stars. This could also just be an energy where you are coming out as this Queen of Wands. And this Queen of Wands has been coming out a lot lately in my readings. But, you know, the Queen of Wands can't be in this Eight of Swords at all. So I feel like you are making some changes here. But it's just like you're not offering, or you're just not available for people who are offering you nothing that puts you in the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles can talk about, you know, someone's stability for sure, but it also talks about someone's confidence and the lack thereof. All right, could also be some Libra energy going on here as well, but let's go ahead. Just a whole stack of things. Okay, so I feel like you are moving, yeah, star card, Aquarius. You may be freeing yourself from that Ten of Swords energy, and that's why they're mad. More stacks of things, more stacks. And I feel like all these stacks are coming out because you're not in this Five of Pentacles energy. You're not accepting Five of Pentacles, which is lack. In whatever avenue, whatever aspect in life, you're not accepting less than or lack, okay? And it just seems like, you know, people want you to more stacks. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles coming out. That was clear. All right, so that's a complete difference from the Five of Pentacles reverse. It's like you're releasing. It's kind of really giving me Scorpio energy, Pluto energy. You're just releasing things that wasn't, it's like clumps of things, people, places, and things, habits, thoughts, so that you can kind of move on and get, you know, what you deserve, or just pretty much move on. We don't, you know, the Ace of Pentacles and this, the way it feels, is like a Wheel of Fortune energy. We don't always, when the Wheel of Fortune comes out, it's not always, you know, shouldn't expect it to be about blessings, good things, because it's still a wheel. It's still a wheel, you know. It can go reverse, it could be upright. We don't really know. They're in cards, right? We have the Hangman coming out, clarifying the Five of Pentacles. So a lot of you are coming to the realization, having an under, inner, and overstanding of what contributed to this lack. And, you know, again, and then here's the Eight of Wands, which only confirms that you are moving on. Here's the Four of Pentacles reverse. You're letting go of, this is a process. You're letting go of things that, or you're just becoming really aware of like the things that you may have valued, or the many things that you may have been putting a lot of your energy into that wasn't getting you this Ace of Pentacles. All right, this also, to me, it just feels like, you know, money is the motive here. It's interesting. I was thinking of money, get money, fuck bitches. And here we go with this Pentacles coming out. You do have the Five of Wands coming out, which does talk about fighting. It can talk about, you know, strife. This is talking about not really, it's like, to me, this could be like squares. It could also be opposition here as well. A little bit of both here. But it's just, you're fighting for better. You're fighting for more. You're fighting for expansion on your finances. And it just seems like, and I'll get into what this is, what this Four of Pentacles is that you're letting go of that was contributing more stacks. But regardless, you do have the Queen of Swords coming out with the Knight of Cups, again, reversed. So again, you're not accepting, you know, less. You're not accepting less. You're just not doing, you're very, very talented, very multi, what is the word? You can do many things at once here. Very gifted if you want to be. You know, you can be scattered, but once that energy is grounded with the Ace of Pentacles, it's just kind of like, like, you know, when you, to me, it's just like everything that you're doing has a motive. Everything you do has intention. And this could, like I said, could be why they are mad. This could be, you know, you're using your madness to move on. And then this could also be, yeah, look, that's crazy. You see this card that fell out. I'm trying to get this this stack together, the why are they mad? And it's, they're mad they have nothing to offer. And I'm talking about lack. And people offering very, like, nothing and expecting so much from you. You know, the Queen of Swords has mastered the mind. Queen of Swords at this point, that's Judge Judy. Y'all know Queen of Swords to me is Judge Judy. That's a judge, but she had to be a lawyer first, right? She had to learn. She had to go to school, you know? She had to sacrifice, you know, a life to go to school, to level up, study, to read. That does, you know, that there is an element of isolation there, you know, to be successful, there is an element of needing to be isolated. So it's kind of giving me a little bit of a hermit energy, but, you know, Gemini, you're not really in your, you're not, like, I can see Gemini being in the Five of Swords, you know, it's not always talking about mind games, all right? It could just be talking about your brain is everywhere at once and it's not getting you anywhere. I just feel like I said, you're getting very, very disciplined. You're learning, and it's just like an energy where you're not allowing people's words. You rule words, Gemini. You're not allowing people's words. You know, just like people say love don't pay the bills. Well, people's, you know, sweet nothings with the Knight of Cups don't pay the bills. And it's like, you know, people, you're just realizing like people just say whatever they need to say to get whatever it is that they want to get from you, usually. And, this is the theme here, all right? They have nothing to offer, but yet you were the one offering everything, and yet you were the one taking L's. I just feel like you're no longer taking L's here, or this is what is being advised of you at this time. I will get into this extended as of right now. I hope you guys join me, level up, upgrade, but if not, this is what I'm getting for you as of right now for your crow call Gemini, all right? And we're back. And we're back. So let's see what this Hangman is with this Four of Pentacles reversed and this Knight of Cups. Again, I really believe that this is sweet nothings. All right, nothing worth your time and energy, and certainly not worth you taking hits on your confidence here. Remember that Queen of Wands is coming out. So the Queen of Swords is here now, but I know the Queen of Swords was coming out in Aries and Taurus's reading. All right. Of course, in Taurus's reading, you have people here who thought that you were in Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords reversed energy. So that to me is, you know, not only people talking shit, but people thinking you're a bitch. If you're a masculine, this is just people, it's the same concept. I'm not sure what the terminology would be for men, but you get the point here. All right. This also with that Knight of Swords with the Queen of Swords that was coming out in Taurus's reading could also just be an energy where you are realizing that, you know, people, places, and things are not worth your words, time, or energy, or really your geniusness. All right, they're not worth you trying to add them into your multitasking tabs, all right, in your mind. They're not worth having space in your mind, having tabs in your mind here. All right, and of course you have people here who, when they can't use you, especially when they have nothing to offer you, of course you're going to be a bitch. The moment you say, yeah, wow, Queen of Wands, the moment you start saying no, you start to see some things. All right, so let's see what this Hangman is that you're coming to the realization or being enlightened of. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about work, focus. This is more grounded energy, but, you know, this is like, it's just work in brief. All right, and I feel like you guys may be very brief at this time, you know, very, very brief. To me, if we're talking about like you being at work, you know, this is like a silent quitting. You know, you're just doing the very bare minimum because, you know, you may have received the bare minimum. Okay, it's just not working. This is what I'm getting here as well. Interesting, Eight of Pentacles, then the Four. It's just dropping. It's just dropping. And it's just, you know, whatever this Knight of Cups is, it's just like, it's just not working. It's, you know, to me, yeah, Eight of Wands, damn. Two Eight of Wands, two Eight of Wands here, upright, Eight of Wands here, upright. You're moving on from this. This is your opposite, which is Sagittarius. It's a higher consciousness, but this is about expansion. This is about being, you know, divinely guided. This is about moving. It could be, but it could also be spiritual moving, or your mind is moving. Your mind is expanding. But in order to do that, you have to, you know, clear out the viruses. You have to, you know, close some tabs that you've been having open. And what I mean by tabs, that's connections. Those connections were brought to our attention in Aries reading. These connections, that's 7th house energy. We have connections with your phone bill, connections with your mortgage, connection with your car payments and people, places, and things, you know, connections. You're just no longer allowing connections or friends or what, you know, everybody wants that title of being a friend because they feel like friends with benefits, whether this is sexually, friends with benefits, or friends with benefits. They want to get benefits from you and they're not offering you anything, period. Especially when we talking about communication, there's no communication out here except for you. So for you to be an air sign, there would be no communication if it wasn't for Mercury. You rule Mercury and Virgo. Well, Mercury rules you and Virgo, right? So it's like an energy where, you know, they need you. It's a process and people want to skip over your process. They want to skip over you while using you in the same notion. And I just feel like I said, yep, 10 of Pentacles here. You're focused on money. It's like an energy where people like to use you, overlook you, or, you know, use you for someone to talk to when they're lonely or when they're down and out. And then when they get what it is they want from you, the attention, the ego boost, the information, the help, the ideas that helps benefit them. Virgo energy also is ruled by Mercury, right? Virgo is that work. That's also healing as well. I think I mentioned this in the astrology forecast where you're going to have people here who are going to come to you because they really want to heal and they really want to grow and they really want to learn. But then you're also going to attract energy vampires here. And I said this in the astrology forecast that, you know, nobody cares about or wants to try to learn or understand. So I feel like here you're being guided towards Ten of Pentacles. It's interesting because the Ten of Pentacles was coming out, I believe, in Aries reading as well. And that was where everything went wrong. It was a clear indication that was why your path was being blocked, because it was like you're helping other people excel and move forward in their life, but they, like, once that happens, it's like they don't even look back to you. They don't pay homage. They don't give back to you. They don't put you on. They don't do, it's just not right. So now it just seems like, you know, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands twice. I feel like you're kind of taking on a selfish approach, and you're not a selfish sign, Gemini, at all. Yeah, here's the Emperor here. Six of Pentacles reversed. Didn't I just say they don't want to give back or nothing? They want to be in control. They want to use you to maintain that control, but they don't want to give back. They don't want, you know, they don't want you doing better than them, but they want to use you to be better than them. Or they want to use you so they can be better than you, but they don't want you to be better than them. All right, so this is the same Eight of Swords was coming out in Taurus's reading as well. And then here's the Three of Swords reversed. I just feel like you're getting out of this energy. You're getting out of, you know, nobody really talks about Gemini being emotional, but you are. We are. Our feelings do get hurt. We're a social sign, and when people are, you know, they use that social or Mercury energy to get what they want, our feelings can get hurt, especially when they stop communicating. It's like they had all the communication, all the time and energy to communicate with you, when it's like they needed something from you or to do something or whatever I said, right? Ideas, whatever the case. But the moment they get what they want and they feel, you know, like their position is solidified or whatever the case is, it's like, forget you. So now you're moving on from these breadcrumbs, and it's like you're about to expand. Ten of Pentacles energy. And just like I was saying with the YouTube, it was all fun and games when, you know, I was getting $15 for, you know, YouTube videos that were like 13,000 views. So I'm sorry, 3,000 views earned me $15. Like, what the hell is that? And then it's like I don't get 3,000 views consistently at all, barely. So just do the math, and I'm not that great at math, right? Eight of Pentacles can be talking about math. The math ain't mathin'. It's all good when you dedicate, you know, personally, you dedicate an hour to a video, your energy, time, effort, detail, and you only get $15, if that. And then you, like, it just, and then, you know, it's just not right. It's really not right. And, you know, that's on like a monthly basis. You got people here who don't even want to work $15 an hour, but yet it's okay for them to make you work for $15 a month. Like, and I'm just using me as an example, but I hope that you get my point. So now that you're putting a price on things, now that you are asserting your worth and your value and what it is that you want to earn, you got people here who are mad. They're just mad. What's the Five of Wands? Ten of Cups reverse, because they're not connected. This Ten of Cups was coming out in Taurus's reading. And Taurus was giving, don't give up. Redemption and justice will be served. Yep, here's the Devil, and here's the King of Cups reverse. So to me, the King of Cups is Capricorn energy, and then it's just clarified with the Devil card. It can be Scorpio energy, but Scorpio energy is all about money, power, and respect, and control, and dominating, and being sneaky, and manipulative, you know. And I'm only mentioning the lower vibration of Scorpio energy because of the Devil here. So, you know, this to me, Devil card upright is like the Seven of Swords. And this is things that go on behind the scenes. This is, you know, this could be addictions, attachments here, but it's toxicity nonetheless. It's certainly toxicity, especially when there's an overindulgence of the energy. Everything has a balance. And I think in Taurus's reading, the Hierophant card came out, and especially in pertaining to relationships, I was like, well, there has to be the Devil and the Hierophant. That's balance. That's equal. That's dark and light, right? why is it separated? Why is the devil coming out in this reading? Here, High Priestess reversed. Why is the devil coming out in Gemini's reading, but it didn't come out in Taurus's reading? You could be dealing with a Taurus, or this is just people's values. This is their moral code. These are their ethics. This is tradition for them. And this, you know, traditions are very hard to break. You're a air sign. You can't contain air. And that's why that Eight of Swords, I put it back, because you're in Eight of Wands energy. You can't be controlled or contained. And you have energies here who are trying to do just that by making you do way more and for less. And so this has been, honestly, with the Five of Wands, this is essentially what you have been fighting. You have been fighting people taking your kindness, Ten of Cups, for a weakness so that they can gain and excel and move on. But yet you get stuck and trapped and just lack. You get stuck, trapped, and left with lack. Breadcrumbs. And they don't care. They don't care. It's the Ace of Pentacles. But let somebody do that shit to them. It's amazing. Ace of Pentacles reversed with the Three of Cups reversed and the Hermit. So this is literally like a you can't sit with me vibes. You guys are in Hermit mode, which is Virgo. So it's like your work and your intellectual properties are literally being, I don't want to say they're being hidden, but they are definitely, you're putting a price on that. And, you know, naturally you and Gemini don't really, naturally you and Virgo don't really get along. So it's funny that you guys are both ruled by the same sign, because Virgo is more detail oriented. I always say, like, let's say we had Mercury in Virgo. That naturally is a retrograde, because Virgo is a detail oriented, takes its time. It's just, like I said, detail oriented. Gemini, you're not necessarily detail oriented. Like, you gather details, but you're not organized with those details, which is why you be scatterbrained. Virgo energy is detail oriented and focused and critical and judgmental. And those are the things that are required of a Judge Judy type of energy. Has to pay attention to details, has to take their time, has to understand, has to slow down, has to hear in between the lines, does not allow people's emotions to dictate their judgment, dictate what is right and what is wrong, dictate what is, or to override, you know, what is right, basically. Like, imagine Judge Judy, every case she had, you know, someone coming in there crying, like, you're not going to get anything done. And, you know, people act, people play games, people play mind games. And so that's why, you know, in court, there is no, it's stern. I don't care about your emotions. Where are the facts? When we go to the doctor, for example, or the hospital, I dealt with this literally hands-on. Doctors are not emotional. You know, they hear what you have to say. They filter out the emotions, and get to the root of what it is wrong and what's your problem. They don't care about your feelings. And, you know, it took me a little while to understand why that has to be. Because people really will play on your emotions. I worked in customer service majority of my life, and I've dealt with people. And people really start, you know, hooting and hollering and crying or getting mad or trying to bring emotion into the situation to try to intimidate you, make you back down, make you feel sorry for them. And then now it's like you're getting away from the policies and procedures. Now you're in, those policies and procedures are protective measures, precautionary measures to protect you, the company, whatever it is. And so people really, they have learned how to emotionally manipulate. They have learned to use that as a weapon. And if we want to talk about the Five of Wands again, that is a weapon. So I just feel like, yeah, and here's the Strength card. I just feel like you are very fixated. You're very fixated on, you're not going to stop working. You're not going to stop being who you are, but there is a price to it, you know, and it's not unfortunate. I was about to say it's not unfortunate. You had to learn this lesson here. Imagine, you know, people who want to go to college, and we know the prices to get, you know, to be in that. You think the admissions officers, you think the teachers or professors, you think they care? You can't afford, you know, tuition to better yourself. You're using them, their knowledge, their expertise, their life experiences to get a degree so you can better your life. Why should, like, that's not fair for them to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, you can't afford it. And so they take a pay cut because of your emotions. It's unfortunate it has to be like this, but I feel like this is something that you have learned. The Devil card is Saturn still, so that is a lesson. A lessons on connections. There's still two people in the Devil card. That's connections. That is a connection to that Saturn. A lesson, obstacles, oppression, lack, restrictions, limitations. You just can't have, you know, cloudy, you just, I don't know, it just is what it is. You know, people have no problem paying or trying to figure out how to pay for college. People have no problem trying to figure out how to pay to get what it is they want and what they find valuable. But when it comes to you, especially if you're a friend, if you are a family member or a lover, it's for some reason they want to lowball you. They want to lowball you. They want half price, but yet they want the full service. They want a discount, but yet they want the full service. When people have to get their car fixed, they don't, you know, this is what the price is. Like, you either can afford it or you can't. I don't care about you need your car to get to work or you got kids. No, none of those conversations come up. You go into that dealership and you know this is what the price is. Like, especially if you need something fixed, there's an element of something needing to be fixed. That's also Virgo energy. Virgo energy fixes things. You know, so what's this Queen of Swords here? Yeah, Knight of Swords energy. And then you also have the Seven of Cups reversed. So that's the confusion, the illusions, the deceit, not seeing things clearly, not thinking clearly, especially with this Knight of Swords, which is that's your card, Gemini. You're not thinking clearly. And this is essentially what you had to understand. Hangman is Pisces. Seven of Cups is Pisces. Neptune rules Pisces energy. This is not seeing things clearly or allowing people's emotions to cloud your Queen of Swords, Judge Judy judgment. That is why people love to use emotion. They use emotion to get sex, and then when they get it, out. They use emotion for sympathy. When they get it, out. They use emotion, you know, they just, it's sad because emotion, the highest vibration and frequency is love, which is emotional, that is intuitive, that is spiritual, but yet these are the very energies that don't necessarily have boundaries, and it's not logical. When, you know, that's why they say love can get you killed. Why would love be the reason you get killed? Why wouldn't love be the reason that you are saved? Love is water, emotion. Love can make you do things that are not logical. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but it has been proven that whoever this is specifically or just in general, it's not conducive for the environment. People really are out here, they're savages. People really are out here, they don't care, but yet that you have to be the one to care. It's not equal and it's not fair. You know, I'm not saying that all people are like this at all. That wouldn't be realistic or logical. But it just, Three of Wands reverse. This is essentially what has been blocking you from expanding, moving on, and getting to where you need to get to. Like, you have bills to pay, you have, you know, you're human too. Everything it is that people are out here trying to get and obtain and accomplish, you have those same goals, ambition, you have those same bills, you have those same responsibilities. What's the Eight of Wands? Yeah, Chariot is the Eight of Wands. I don't know how fast that is. Eight of Wands with the Chariot, that's Speed Racer vibes. So now that you have eliminated, it's just sad. I guess there is an element of sadness here, because it's like, damn, why does it have to be like this? It's like you're being kind of forced to change who you are. And you're a mutable sign, so change is not difficult for you. So I may be picking up on other placements. It could be your Taurus-y energy. Again, all energies flow into the next one, so you wouldn't be a Gemini if there was no Aries or Taurus. And I know Taurus for a fact is fixed, doesn't want to change. And then you have that energy flowing into your energy. This is mental. It's like, you can't expect everyone to have the same values or moral code or, you know, friendliness or equal give and takeness. Like, you're very friendly. And when you're friendly, you're very generous. You're understanding. You just want to have fun. But it's like you got people here who take that as a weakness and they use it against you. You're very smart, Gemini. You can do just like Taurus is built. Nobody's built like Taurus. Nobody's as smart as a Gemini. Like, you got to have Gemini energy to tap into Sagittarius, which is higher than you. But there would be no Sagittarius if it was not for you. And it's like people use you so that they can tap into Sagittarius energy. As you can see over here with the Eight of Wands, this is like an energy where you're the one in class with your ADHD having ass writing down all the notes for everyone. You're writing down all the notes, and while you're doing that, nobody else is paying attention. They're depending on you to write down the notes. And then they use your notes. They don't do any work. Eight of Pentacles, like I said, you're the one that's doing the class project. You're the one writing down all the notes. You're creating study guides for people. You're the one actually paying attention. And then you have people here who expect you to print out your notes so that they can just copy it. And then they make it an obligation, or it's like they start to make you feel like you're obligated, like it's your responsibility for them to succeed and for them to get the information that they did not put in the work. Like, that's what this energy is. And it's like, this is essentially what has been weighing you down and blocking you from tapping into Sagittarius energy, because it's like you're the lower man. It's like they treating you like entry level so that they can get to CEO level, you know? And it's not to sit here and try to block other people like, oh, I don't want you doing better than me. It's not even the case, but it's the case. It's that case because that's what they have shown you. And then when they get above you, then they look down on you. But it's like, what the fuck? Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like they come to you as if you guys are equals. And you're just helping out a friend, or you're just helping out a lover, or you're just helping out a family member. And then you help them out, and then they level up. And then they look down on you. And then they look down on you. They look down on you like you're less than. But they wouldn't be who they are, where they're at without you. And then they get mad when, right now, some of you may be catching on. And really like, oh, you're right. Like, why am I trying to help other people succeed who aren't even trying to come back for me or trying to help me? Why not I just be selfish, learn how to be selfish, learn how to be more recluse, learn how to tap into business, because in business, there ain't no emotions. It's just business. It's not personal. I'm not going to say you're a personal sign energy, but you kind of are. No Gemini, or no sign for that matter, is strictly like, nobody's birth chart has all Gemini energy. So what that means is nobody's a pure Gemini. We're mixed up. We're mutts. So mentally, you're not personal. But there may be something else in your chart. Like, I don't know, maybe you have a second house. Or maybe you have Taurusy placements. That would then make it personal. Taurus energy is relationship oriented and hardworking. Just an example. Maybe you have Aries placements. That takes it personal. That makes it personal as well. That's where you fight for your, people that you care about. You fight for your friends. You'll do anything for them. It's just, when people try to put the title or label friends these days, or lovers these days, or boyfriend, girlfriend, baby mama, baby daddy, mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, it doesn't become, it's not just that. It's always a string attached to it. What can you do for me? And that's all fine and gravy and dandy when and if it's equal. But nobody's doing anything for you. They're not doing anything for you but using you and then looking down on you. So here we go. It's a carefree kind of day. I bet it is, because you're really just focusing on yourself. You're putting all of your energy, your mental geniusness, your multitasking, your ADHD having ass, you're redirecting your focus on money. The math isn't mathing. The friendships ain't friending. It's just, love does not pay the bills. And you're realizing that. Personally, I'm realizing that. Some of you, we got Virgo coming out, and that fell right on top of the Hangman here. So this is the energy. You got guilt is occupying their mind and their heart. So you may have been feeling guilty, or people using emotions to make you feel guilty. You got it's a 3-3 kind of day, so that talks about alignment. It's alignment here. You're being realigned. Like, I had to go to the chiropractor today to get realigned. It's sad that life is like this, or maybe life has always been like this, but you're just now coming to the realization of that. Like, friends are not really friends. Family is not really family. Lovers are not really lovers. It's about what they can get out of you. And again, like I said, it's all fun and it's great when it's equal, but it's not. Virgo energy is the teacher. That's why, Mercury is ruled by you and Virgo. If you put those two together collectively, that's teacher vibes. And since the beginning of time, we all need teachers. We needed our parents to teach us. We needed our school teachers to teach us. Everything in life is about learning, teaching and learning. Hierophant energy, which is Taurus. And so this is where I see that you're at. Like, it's a carefree kind of day because you're no longer being taken advantage of, Gemini. You're no longer being taken advantage of. You're very smart. Very witty. You know how to talk your way out of things. You know how to maneuver. You grasp concepts extremely fast. And it doesn't matter what anyone says. Knowledge is true power in this world. If you know how to maneuver through the stock exchange, wealth, that requires knowledge. If you know how to learn loopholes, or you know this skill, or you know that brings forth wealth, money, stability. Knowledge is truly power. When you know the law and you got a crooked cop trying to finesse you, that can't be when you know the law. So they can't use the law against you. Most people are very ignorant and they get taken advantage of. That's all they know. And so they're gonna of course put that shit on you. They're gonna test it out on you. Everything is about knowing. And people have been committed to not knowing. They don't want to know. They just want surface level BS real quick. It's just they want a cheap and quick way. They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to sit and listen and learn. They want you to just copy the notes down, put it in very simplistic terms, and then they use that to advance, or they just steal your work. Shit. They steal it. Steal your ideas, steal your words right out your fucking mouth. And then, act like that was their idea, and then they just go on about their day. They just copy and paste. You got people here who copy and paste you and then level up from you. You're just not making that available anymore. They can copy and paste after they paid, though. You got energies here who just want shit for free. Yep, charity. As I said, they want shit for free. Look at this card, charity. They want shit for free. And when that's not available, yeah, sage energy. You're just saging this stuff. It's like... When you stop focusing on popularity, having friends, Gemini, you really start to notice who's not your friend when you're not giving what you're not receiving. And I think that if any of you are emotional at this time, I think that is the harsh truth with this hangman here. Because you want to give, you want to be open, you want to have you're an air sign. You can't restrict an air sign. You're mutable, you change, you can adapt, you're flexible, you're versatile. But now it's like you can't be like that with this Virgo. It's like you have to implement this Virgo energy. I got road trip right here, which is interesting with the Chariot and the Eight of Wands. You guys could be traveling here. You do rule, short distances. Sagittarius rules long distances, but this could also just be, spiritually speaking, where, short distance, that's like surface level. So now you are thinking about the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is you need to get this money. The bigger picture is you need to expand. You need to look at other avenues. You need to adopt another mindset. I love other cultures, which is a Sagittarius thing, because they were raised different. We look at the Chinese people, some people get mad that they come into America dominating shit and they got all the money, but they were raised to put education first. They were disciplined. Their parents would even go as far as to disown them if they didn't get good grades. Africans are the same exact way. That is why a majority of Africans are in the health field, chemistry. That's very difficult. Parents would beat your ass in the African culture if you came home with a B. And I had a best friend growing up. Parents, chemists, rich, wealthy. And they did the same thing to her. Summer school, when I was sitting around doing nothing, playing The Sims, she was getting shipped off to school. Not summer school, I had to go to summer school because I was lazy in school. She was going to an advanced school, chemistry, like it's like year round. That woman, she's a woman now, was in school. Siblings as well. She was coding, literally. She was coding at the age of like 10. Coding. And she used the very Sims game I was playing around on. She was using that game to learn how to code. And she pimped out the Sims game. But that was her way of learning how to, like, that woman is extremely intelligent. How old is she now? I'm 29. So she might be like 33, 34 right now. But the woman's making over 500,000 a year. And like I said, at 10 years old, I was worried about playing Sims and riding my bike and wasting time. She was worried about chemistry, math. Russians, every foreign culture, they were all built different. And then they come into America and dominate. I say all this to say, Gemini, you have a very wealthy mind if you learn to apply it. And that's where this Virgo energy is coming into play. You can multitask. You can easily, I'm surprised the Temperance card didn't come out, but you can easily alchemize your scattered brain into a very focused one on multiple different topics, instead of you being scatterbrained on low vibrational topics, or just people who are mentally beneath you. They're small-minded, but yet they use your information and your intellect to become, to appear. You know, I just, this is the vibe. And personally, I've noticed like a few of the people that have been using my work and using my intellect that I read and studied and things like that and stayed up all night, and you know, they've been using my shit. I've noticed that since I've stopped posting as much, their views are going down. I don't go as far as to watch them because I really don't care. I don't need their information because I have my own, right? But I can only imagine the content that they're putting out isn't what it was. And I feel like that's going to continue if you discipline yourself. So what if you lose subscribers or friends or family members or lovers? That just shows you the real. It says it's a fast kind of day. It's reversed, but underneath that, it's a slow kind of day. Underneath that, restructure your boundaries. Once that line is crossed, whomever has to stay there. Then you have, is your glass half empty or full? Well, it's clear that your glass was empty. And it's clear that you are slowing yourself down. Your opposite, your air, the fuck? And then you add your opposite, Sag, instead of looking at it as your opposition. If you implement that energy, things will start moving extremely fast for you. And I'm slowly coming to that realization as of right now. And it's like I'm trying, you know, day in and day out, it's an effort to not get distracted by, oh, you've lost 10 subscribers today. Oh, you wake up the next day, another 10, another 20. Because that's a distraction. I have 26,000 subscribers. I don't have $26,000 in my account. So why does it matter if I'm losing subscribers? I don't have 26,000 at all. I've never even touched that amount. I've touched it when working for the bank, but I have never touched it, accessed it, had it in my account, woke up to it, spent it. Never in my life. Never. And then it reminds me of the Why Are They Mad card, where it says, you know, they're mad that you have, they're mad they have more followers than dollars. There was, my dad is a millionaire. And he goes to this one lady who like does his his school clothing and things, you know, does the designs and does the clothing for his company, his business, his school. And he told me that this woman has only had about 5 clients her whole career. She works for herself. And she's only had 5 clients her whole entire career, but those 5 clients clearly have been able to support her. She's been in business for 20 years with 5 clients. Those 5 clients pay her enough and are loyal to her and respect her work to where those 5 clients supplement her income, her livelihood. 5. And we have a society where they think that they need to have all of these subscribers, followers, and friends, and they think that that equates to success. I used to have an Instagram, and I had about 63,000 on that account. And the crazy thing is, I never capitalized off of it. I didn't know how. I had 63,000 on Instagram, but I was still broke. Broke as a joke. How? But it's crazy because my mindset then, I was concerned about the followers. And people will come to me trying to like help me make money because like I had a lot of subscribers. It was for fitness. And it's like, I don't know, I never capitalized off it. I didn't know how to make money out of that. And it's like I find myself in that same position now, not nearly as severe because clearly I only have 26, but I had, you know, and I had 63,000 then. But it's like, should I really be caring about the subscriber count or the money? The 100 Patreons that I have, and thank you. And then the 8 members that I have, and thank you if you're watching this. You guys have assisted me and helped me make more than YouTube has ever paid me. The most I've ever made from YouTube, and that was 1 month. And I literally was working so much, giving so much. And I think the algorithm was different then. I made $1,300 on YouTube. That's the most I've ever made on YouTube. But with Patreon, just Patreon and members, I've made about the same amount. And so I know that if I continue to push through and I continue to maybe teach, like expand, 8 of Wands, expand and move forward and get away from the subscriber count, the views, and focus on what and who really matters, which is those on Patreon who have invested in me. It's easier for me to invest back. It's easier for me to give an hour-long reading and I don't feel drained at all. I don't feel drained, you guys. If I can really like get it up in there, I'm telling you, every day it is definitely getting drilled up in there. Like the past couple days, I've been getting up at 5 a.m., getting started, getting ready, and I actually want to work. And I've been having some insecurities, like, damn, maybe I literally updated my resume last night, like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Oh. But I realize I'm not doing all it is that I can do as a Gemini. I can teach astrology. And I just became aware of that last night when I did a birth chart and I gave this woman some homework. I said, oh shit. I can teach tarot. I can create a course. I can do a lot of things that I'm not tapping into, but I'm aware of. And so before I give up, like I was saying in Taurus's reading, don't give up. I need to exhaust Chariot, 8 of Wands, that's exhaust that odometer, exhaust that speed, exhaust it. Get it all the way up to 200 miles per hour, whatever the highest mile per hour you can go in a car. I need to be like that. Because I know if I can make 1,300 and I'm not doing the most I can do, I'm doing the bare minimum, then just imagine if I'm all systems go. Just imagine. And so I say all of this to encourage you guys to one, Aries energy, release, heal, and move on. Taurus energy, do not give up under any circumstances. And Gemini energy, the money should always be the motive. The money should always be the motive. Because I promise you, it's the motive for other people. You have fertility here. So there's a lot of growth here. You just have to nurture that. It's here. You just have to put in the Taurusy work. You just have to focus. Virgo, you have to stay solid with your judgment. You know how many readings, and y'all have seen me do this. I would do readings and be like, oh my God, it's so good, I have to share it. And then get maybe 10 cents for that reading on YouTube. And no views. You know, even my little niece, she, had a little lemonade stand. My sister's teaching her young. Had a little lemonade stand. Like, that little girl is so cute. You think she don't want to just give the little lemonade out for the free? That little girl is 5 years old and knows that she needs money for that lemonade. And a part of, aside from the money aspect, you have to understand that this is about your self-worth and what you believe you deserve. And me personally, I'm tired of rotating. I'm tired of rotating maybe $3,000, $4,000. Like, I'm tired of the same money, the same amount. I'm tired of the same struggle. I'm tired of limitations with my finances, and I'm just tired of less. I attract everyone that it is that I attract, they are business oriented. They put work above me. And it's like, I used to be so offended by that, but now I'm realizing I keep attracting these type of individuals because it's like God is trying to show me that that's what I need to be doing. I have my psyche in Capricorn. Capricorn is all about that money. I even did a little short when I was talking to my dad when I went down to his mansion house. And he literally at the end of it was like, yeah, you're welcome for giving you the philosophy and the wisdom, but I'm going to still send you a bill in the morning. He was joking, but you already know I heard what needed to be heard in that. That is my dad. He gave me words of wisdom, but was joking. But I know I'm not going to say he was serious, but I took it serious because I know that was a reflection of what I need to be doing. And he's a Capricorn sun. I'm going to still send you a bill in the morning. I'm his daughter. Can't say he loves me, but I would like to believe he does, right? Just for the sake of this example, he loves me. And yet he still was like, I'm still going to send you a bill for this wisdom. That is your energy, Gemini. You are very knowledgeable. But now you need to expand and implement that knowledge to make it wisdom. The reason why tuition in college is so expensive is because those professors are getting paid. Let's say a semester is $50,000. I promise you the professor is getting paid $40,000. And if we go up to Ivy League schools, I don't even want to go there with the pricing. But I promise you, those professors are getting about 80 to 90% of that tuition per semester, not year, per semester. Why do they have, and why are they able to demand that amount of money? Because they have knowledge, wisdom, and experience. You have to put a price, you have to believe your worth, and then others will as well. Even if they don't believe in it, or, you know, people reject, like they hate, oh, college shouldn't be that much, but you're still going to pay it though. You know, I look at other YouTubers and they charge maybe $9 to $10 for an extended reading. For one video extended. I charge $5.55 a month. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad, but it's like, I've always been really bad at math growing up. And it's like, now that I'm on my own and fully, truly independent, like an entrepreneur, everything that I make is on me. No part-time job. I never have asked my dad for money, and he's a millionaire, right? It's becoming very real to me at this very moment, struggling to pay rent. And that's my tower. That is my wake-up call. I have my Pluto in Scorpio, but it progressed into the second house of Taurus, resources, money, business. This is my wake-up call. So this is what I have for you guys, Gemini. This was very deep even for y'all, but I do have Mercury and Gemini in the 8th house of deepness. And so it's time, and we hear this all the time, you know, charge what you're going to charge and add tax. We hear that shit all the time, but who really does that? It just sounds good, right? A lot of people say things that sound good, including you. But now you're going to do good. You're not about to sound good. Now you're going to do good. And that's what I have for you, Gemini.